Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jedivine. All right, man, before we get into this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, you can hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get up into it. All right, man, so we have some information about College Football 25 because I was listening to the podcast that Matt Brown was on, and Matt Brown is, I'm pretty sure, is a credible source for all college football news or questions or anything in regards to that game, because he has been dropping some tidbits of information. So as of right now, he's the most credible source that we have. So if y'all want to go check out that podcast, link in the description box down below. Y'all go and check it out. I believe somewhere in the 24-minute mark, he talks about either Road to Glory or Dynasty. But throughout the interview, he's actually talking about bits and pieces of the game, talk about how it moves and all this other stuff. But there were two things that stuck out to me the most, and they were pretty underwhelming, saddening, if you will. So one of the things he talked about in Dynasty mode was the fact that you're not able to export your draft class and import them into Madden. Now, from what I was hearing, it is a licensing issue to where, the players in their likeness is being on NCAA. So they're not going to be able to take that licensing and move them over to Madden because they have to pay double for that pretty much. Honestly, man, I don't really care for the semantics of, we got to pay them. Pay the people the money. Pay them. I don't care for, you have the money. Pay them. You're going to get it back regardless because you push Ultimate Team and microtransactions every single year, so you're going to get that back plus some. I don't want to hear nothing about, we got to pay them. Pay them the money. Now, second, Road to Glory, I'm sorry, we're going to get into that too. But Dynasty mode was something that kept me connected to Madden in a way. For a long time, that was like the bridge to like NCAA to Madden. You have you're doing your Dynasty. You have all the players over there either killing it during the season or they're not killing it. And then when it's time and you got the people that are deciding whether or not they're going to go to, go enter the draft, or they're going to stay or they're going to graduate or whatever the case is. Once you get that draft class, you export it over to Madden. It gave you another reason to pick Madden back up. Like your franchise might have been done for that year, or you might have been playing both at that time. And then once you get to the offseason in Madden, it's time for you to go and import that new draft class. Now, 07 was my favorite. Madden 07, NCAA 07 was my favorite. So I frequented between those two because the connection between the two was the fact that you can take your draft class and bring them over to Madden. Like I said, if you want to go look at the Madden 07 retrospective I did, I obviously show y'all that once you get to a point in the offseason, you can have a college all-star game with all of the draft picks that you brought over or the prospects that you brought over, and you can see how they fared during the game. So that is what kept me playing Dynasty mode. Now, fast forward to where we are now. They're taking that away because they don't want to pay double for the likeness and bringing them over to Madden, which I find it funny because every single time that there is a draft, they always have 32 players in the draft somehow end up making their way over to somehow, I don't know how, but some way making their way into Ultimate Team. So those players, let's say Travis Hunter came over, or no, I think Trevor Lawrence one year happened to make it over to Madden or whatever. I think his face was on the card and his player model was in there. It might have been a placeholder player model. It might not have been his, but either way, his likeness was in the game. So I'm not understanding how exactly it's a problem whenever y'all are trying to bring over the draft classes from NCAA to Madden. I'm not getting it. And then another thing, see, what I don't want y'all to do, I don't want y'all to capitalize, which they're probably going to do, but I don't want y'all capitalizing off of the fact that you guys didn't include that this year. And then let's say y'all having to make another rendition of college football. And, we brought the ability to export draft classes over to Madden. Don't try to bring it back as a new feature. Don't try to bring it back as something that, we know how much you missed it. Don't play on my nostalgia like that. Don't do that. Because, see, this is what I didn't want to happen. I didn't want you guys to regress from where we left off. I wanted you guys to pick up from 14 and build off of that from there. I don't want Dynasty mode to become less than what it is, or the trade-off for us not having exportable draft classes is, oh, well, you get to do the NIL and the player portal, the draft transfer portal, and all this other stuff. I don't care about that. Honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, that means nothing to me unless we have that feature to export our draft classes. Like, I don't care for the other little nuances, the new things that y'all added. I don't care for that. That was the key thing that I liked about Dynasty Mode, and yet we don't have that because you guys refuse to pay double. I'm not finna let you guys get away with that. I'm sorry. That's just me. You can say whatever y'all want. Oh, well, who cares about that? It's okay. At least we get a college football. No, I'm not finna just let that go and say, oh, well, at least we get a college football. No, ain't no look on the bright side. No, bro. Like, this is not what I want them to do. This is not the game that I want to come out. I want to be able to pick up and do the same exact things that I was doing in the other NCAAs. Y'all had all this time to put this stuff together, and this is the best y'all could do. You take away one key feature to people like myself who play Dynasty Mode faithfully. You got people that have online dynasties, if I'm not mistaken. You probably could export them out of there as well. But people who do online dynasty, they have that as well. Now, people are probably arguing and say, oh, well, you can just go over to Madden and just make that draft class right there. But why do we still have to do that? Why couldn't you literally just give us the ability to export the draft classes so that we don't have to do double the work to go and say, oh, yeah, all right, this is the new draft class here. Let's go ahead and import that like that. No, that was not the point of having NCAA and Madden to where you create your own draft classes. No, you had the ability to export your draft class so you can keep it going on Madden. So we still got to do double the work to get the players that we want over there. Like, why, bro? Why are y'all allowing them to get away with this? This is a clear case of EA knowing the fact of how manipulative they can be to their own fan base, but just because we can sprinkle some fairy dust and give them this and give them that and put this over here and put that over there, they can manipulate y'all to accept whatever they want y'all to accept, and y'all will fall right in line for it. It's a shame. I'm not letting this ride. I don't care for the, oh, look on the bright. No. Oh, man, well, at least we got, no. That was the main feature in Online Dynasty that made it really pop out. That's what put the sugar on top. That's what put the cherry on top, the sprinkles, whatever the hell you like on your ice cream. That's what made it what it was. But the fact that we don't have that, come on, man. Come on. We could do a lot better than that. A lot better. Now, Road to Glory. He also talked about Road to Glory. Now, I said in the video that I did not want Road to Glory to be an extension of Superstar Mode. So he talked about Superstar Mode also, and I believe this is probably at the 24-minute mark I mentioned earlier, somewhere in that area. So you can only play as a DB, a linebacker, a quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. Same exact positions as they had in Superstar Mode. So you can't do lineman or tight end, whatever. You can't play those positions. It's just relegated to those 5. So again, we are back to a storyline in Road to Glory. And once you're done with the Road to Glory, which they say is between a 10 to 15 to 20 hour Road to Glory storyline, quote unquote, they don't have high school anymore. So you don't start in high school. You pretty much create your own backstory. You are to either be a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4 or 5-star. You choose what type of player you want to be. You want to be somebody that's just going out for the money, or you want to be a scholar, or whatever it is. We are losing sight of what we had. I don't care for a storyline, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care for cutscenes. I don't care for the NIL. I don't care for none of that, honestly. I would probably care for it if it was done right. I don't care for a storyline. I don't care for the cutscenes. I don't care about Superstar Mode. I don't care about none of that. Why couldn't y'all pick up right where y'all left off from NCAA 14, 13, 12, 11, and search your favorite one here? Why didn't we pick up right from where we left off and picked up and kept going where we was? So you take away the high school aspect of it. You take that part away. I don't give a damn of the fact of how, oh, it was just easy, you could breeze through. No, like, you had to play through that. If they wanted to, they could have made it more difficult in high school, so you really had some adversary to actually fight through in order to become a 5-star athlete. Now, you pretty much are picking your own team depending on whatever it is you pick. So they still got the coach's trust. That's cool. They got the whole NIL thing. That's cool too. I don't know how that's going to factor in. And you still got to manage your GPA. So there's some elements of NCAA from the previous ones that they still kind of are incorporating. But as far as this superstar thing, y'all, I'm not a fan of it. I'm just not. If I want to create a storyline, I'll make my own damn storyline. I don't care for superstar mode. Superstar mode is I was about to say garbage and god awful, but it's both of them. It's god awful and it's garbage. I don't like superstar mode. I don't like being able to create my own player and give him his own backstory of him being a superstar and all. I don't like that, bro. I truly don't like that. I genuinely do not like that. I really don't. I don't. Like, why are we regressing for so much here? Why would you take away high school? Why would you take away that part of building your way up to where you are? Why would you incorporate a storyline? Superstar mode is garbage. And then you take that same superstar mode element and aspect and put it in the road to glory. How am I expected to feel here? We all know where Road to Glory was before. I get it that it didn't have a storyline, so to some it might have been boring, but we could create our own storyline if we wanted to. If I wanted to make a series about Road to Glory, I can create my own storyline and not have to relegate myself to using the damn cutscenes or ignoring cutscenes to try to create my own storyline. No, I could have made my own storyline if I wanted to. But you're trying to force the superstar aspect onto us. And then once we're done with that, then we transfer our players over from superstar and we import them from from Road to Glory into superstar mode. And then the storyline continues from there. I don't care for it. I truly don't care. I heard that they don't have a mascot matchup. They don't have the classic matchups neither where you can play certain scenarios. They didn't bring that over. It's a lot of stuff that they didn't bring over to try to, compensate for some of the stuff that they've added. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not hyped for College Football 25. I'm just not. A lot of y'all are probably have disliked this video. Y'all gonna trash talk me in the comments. Truly, y'all, I just don't care. I really do not care. I really don't. You know what I mean? The last little glimmer of hope I'm holding on to is hoping that the gameplay can be worth something. But with the game modes being altered the way they are and the fact that we have to trade off certain things in order to get certain stuff, and these are key features, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. And I had a really bad feeling that they was gonna mess this up somehow. Again, I'm not going to buy it. I refuse to buy it because I said one time before and I'll say it again. They have not gained my trust and they're not going to gain my trust no time soon to show me that they're capable of making a good game. This just goes to show after all these years that they've had to try to make a college football game, it just shows where their priorities lie. It shows where they felt like this should go there. This just shows where they prioritize certain modes and certain features. You take out certain things to add this. You take this out to add that. But then I'm pretty sure the next iteration that they come out with, they're going to try to bring it back as something new. I'm pretty sure they're going to do that. And they're going to play on the nostalgia and manipulate you guys into thinking that they actually were listening and they actually do care when we could have had that the previous year. Because we could have had crossplay for Online Dynasty. After all these years, we could have had Online Dynasty crossplay, but they decided to not add it. But I guarantee you're going to try to add it next year, and y'all going to eat it up. Oh, man, they finally added crossplay for Online Dynasty. Yeah, man. See, man, I told you college football was good. No, y'all were drinking the Kool-Aid every single time. But I say all that to say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just not hyped. I'm just not. And it's okay. It's okay to not be hyped for something. It's okay to not be along with the rest of the crowd of them being excited for something. It's okay. You are allowed to be your own entity. It's okay. But me, for one, ladies and gentlemen, I am not hyped. If you want to play College Football 25, if you want to be hyped up about it, by all means, be my guest. Do your thing. I'm not here to police y'all's pockets. I'm not here to tell y'all that you're dumb, you're stupid. I'm not here to do any of that. I'm just voicing my opinion and how strongly I feel about it and how I feel about EA, because I've been doing this for God knows how long. But this is pretty on par for EA and their practices. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure to like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, 'cause y'all know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Devon, and I'm signing out. Peace.